All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another Minish Cap Variety Tournament race. Today we've got Trent versus Mashy with Henny and Huff on comms, Elaine and Nimbus tracking, and I'm going to hand it to you guys. Have fun.
Hello.
Yeah, hello everyone.
Yeah. Round 4 settings.
Round 4 settings, so most of all glitches. And
Yeah.
glitches are awesome. And let's hope we actually get to see some.
There's also plentiful key sanity and only a 3-element pad.
Yeah.
Yeah, glitches. Might see a lot of them. Well,
Yeah,
maybe.
glitches. So we hope to see an early ocarina because ocarina is a really broken item and you can do a lot of glitches with that. So if we don't see an early ocarina, we're not gonna see a lot of glitches. And I want to see a lot of glitches. So I want an ocarina.
All in DHC.
For one time, commentary wants to see the same thing as the runners.
No, we can't see glitches. It's gotta be one just as late as possible. Yeah, all in Palace, DHC. Especially unrequired dungeons. That's especially where we want to see some.
Yeah, that would be really fun.
Alright.
And we're going.
And nothing in Link's house. Some money.
Let's see if they can actually buy something useful with that money.
Yep. She's going straight to Wind Tribe.
Ooh, already at route diversions. Nice.
Trent checking early town.
Yeah.
And Lantern on 600.
Lantern on 600. That is interesting.
Flippers.
Flippers are nice.
Oh.
Yeah, Lantern also is an item that allows us to do some glitches, so...
yeah.
That's interesting to see that on the 600 rupee spot.
You got a can.
Temple of Droplet, small key.
Mitts.
What's the big key? Come on.
Todd.
Also Todd. Interesting. So, yeah, we already have a bunch of Temple of Droplets keys.
Yes. We just gotta hope that the other lantern's now a lantern locked, because that isn't the only lantern in Plentiful. There is,
Yeah,
I think, one other? Maybe two?
Lantern, I'm not sure. I think it's also 3 total, but...
yeah.
I'm not 100% sure on all the Plentiful counts.
There's just at least one other.
Yeah, there's at least one other.
I'm going straight to town digging.
Yeah, that's a good check. It's a bunch of items.
Yep. Palace small key. I haven't quite got an element check yet. Yeah, also Plentiful does interact with key sanity, so there's, I believe, 2 additional of every small key and 1 additional of every boss key.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And they will need some of them. Obviously, most importantly, DHC boss key.
Yes. That's the most important one. Yeah. Most of the others you can skip with glitches.
Yeah.
I'm currently thinking I don't think that any of them are required. Palace might be. I don't know if you can skip that one.
Because unfortunately, to actually check Yolari, we'd need an Ocarina, which would be nice. So, sadly, we don't want to see an Ocarina.
Yeah. Deepwood Shrine is, I think, not skippable too. But yeah, you can skip. You can skip the Cavern Big Key. You can skip the Fortress Big Key. You can skip the Temple of Droplets Big Key.
Yeah. 3-element ped. So, for the 6 dungeons that aren't Dark Carol Castle have elements, and they'll need 3 of those elements, and nothing else.
Yeah. So usually you need all 4 of them, but with these settings you only need 3 out of the 4. So it makes the seed a bit faster.
Yeah. It's already going to be pretty fast with glitches, assuming
Yeah.
they find the right tools to do glitches.
Yeah, it's gonna be probably around 1.5 hours, which is really fast.
Yeah.
Considering what usual TMC rando times are. But maybe we get lucky. This is a bad seed, and it's gonna take longer.
We can only hope. We haven't quite found a way out of Sphere 0/1 yet.
Yeah,
No way to break
nothing really
bushes.
major.
Trying heading to courtyard. Mashy's going to school. Anything at all. It could be in Trilby. We do have flippers.
Do you have flippers? Yeah. Can access.
We haven't seen Coco's yet. Could be on Coco's.
Oh yeah, Coco's.
Brent, you
Yeah,
don't have a sock.
Yeah, he realized that. Ooh,
Grip
grip
ring.
ring. That is really good. But we're still missing a bottle for Mount Crano access.
Yes. And we're missing bombs for Vale Falls access.
Yeah. Also, you'd really like bombs for Mount Crano because there's not a lot of checks you can do without them.
Yeah. Like, bombs here would open up just a ton of stuff.
Yeah, bombs are really important. But sadly, you can end up without them for a long time.
Yep. Alright. This is the way out in Trilby.
Get 1 check of that item. Just a heart piece.
Yep. I'm not seeing it. Could be on Coco's.
It's on Coco's. I'm really glad that this is not my seed.
I love Coco's. Coco's is great. Always rush Coco's.
No.
There's a sword.
There's a sword. That's useful. And that should unlock a bunch of stuff.
Yep. We have access to the lake through those mitts. We got Deepwood access, but not much we can actually do there. Haven't seen an
Vanilla.
element check yet.
Vanilla first bombs would be really interesting.
It would, yeah.
I would like that.
I think we'd all like that. Vanilla locations is just fun. Now, there's a
Especially-
lantern, so we don't need the one on 600.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Especially the 600 items, because you need all of the wallet upgrades.
Yes.
Because the one before them is 500, so short a little bit. You
Yeah.
really need the maximum wallet upgrade to get the 600 item.
And I don't yeah, wallets aren't plentiful. I don't think so. We need to
There
find
might
all
be-
of the wallets.
I don't.
There's an
think
element check.
no.
No palace, no rock crypt.
Yeah.
There's one
Ooh,
wallet.
There's one wallet.
It does allow him to get a scroll we saw on 300. Which could be the first spin. I think it was the right color to be a spin.
I don't know. I don't know colors.
A bow? We do need a bow.
Oh, it's also nice. We're gonna see a beanstalk. That's a bunch of items. I
Your
don't know.
items?
I always yeah, that's a 3-1. I always mix up the beanstalks.
Yeah.
Which one's the really great ones and which one's the
I just know the one-up Krenel never has anything. I always go up there and I'm always so sorely disappointed by it.
Ew. If you press A there.
Yep.
Ooh, they could have bought the scroll.
Yeah, I think Trent wasn't concentrating on the scroll. Might have been a bit blinded by the lantern on 600.
Yeah, probably.
Now that there's found a
Or
lantern,
maybe they just forgot.
you know, it's found a lantern, it's just, oh, I don't need money anymore.
Yeah.
And probably won't need money because there's 5 spin scrolls by default and an extra 2 for plentiful, so it'll probably be fine. There's our first bombs in Lower Vale.
Ooh. So that's actually big. Should be able to get a lot of stuff now. More
Yes.
money, but they don't need.
You don't need it yet. You just wait until they don't find a spin scroll.
Yeah, but even then they already have enough. So
Yeah.
unless they spend it on something else.
Yeah, that actually puts all of Cloudtops into logic already.
Yeah. Should do it. Yeah. Cloudtops without cape though, so a pain to do. So
Yeah.
I hope they have to do it.
Bent's going straight to Upper Vale. Oh,
Yeah.
Mashy's doing Hendrix Lodge before Blue Chew. So there's not going to be anything there. And Mashy also doing an element check. Crackled. Nothing like
I-
theorizing about how much pain we can cause.
I think that should be possible. Yeah,
Yeah,
should be.
there's our first spin.
Yeah, Greggle 2 always is a really awesome check, especially for glitches logic, because we can skip the Cloudtop Kinstones using an Ocarina glitch.
Yeah.
And that like almost always doesn't lose you anything, because the only thing that you are required to do all 5 Cloudtop's Kinstones for, with glitches allowed, is Greggle 2. So if something really important is on Greggle 2, we might not see it for a very, very long time.
Yeah. Some Fortress Palace in THC. Oh, and a French vanilla ocarina on Mazal.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
There's a DHC boss key.
Ooh, that is really good. All they need is an ocarina and a cape to finish DHC.
Yep. And the 3 elements for access, which might end up being the sticking point here.
Yeah. And well, obviously a bunch of other items for Vadi.
Yeah. Well, right now, the only one we haven't seen yet is a Gust Jar that we need. And Four Sword, of course.
Yeah, and 4 sword.
Which can also be a bit of a sticking point here.
Yeah, Mashy hasn't found his first sword yet.
I think Mashy did. It's on Mashy's personal tracker.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, we don't have a bottle to go up Chronal yet.
Yeah, a bottle would be really good at this point.
Mashy's going to be heading down to Reverse Minish. Looks like Trent will be following just behind. After the Upper Vale dip.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to see our Cape plus Cloud Tops just yet. There's another sword on that visible heart piece outside Deepwood.
That's good. I mean, good for the runners, not good for us.
Yeah. It's too nice of a spot.
Yeah, it's easy. That's like basically free.
Yeah.
Don't like to see that. But at least it's a green sword, so it doesn't give them too much access.
Yeah.
Only unlocks 1 check.
Now Trent's going... because Trent's doing upper. Not upper northern Minish. Kevin Flame's boss key.
Yeah, that's nice if they have to clear it.
Boss key for Deepwood.
Deepwood, interesting too.
Interesting location. Why does Syrup have that?
I mean, if you're an old lady,
Oh,
will you
trust
go
boss
into
key.
the into an ancient shrine on your morning walks and pick up the important items to sell them for a profit? Sounds like a good business idea to me.
Yeah. I mean, she already sells mushrooms to somebody who's quite clearly a child, so, you know. What's selling a key to a dangerous temple? Yeah, Trent's going to be missing out on that sword until he's quite done with the lake.
Yeah, probably. Or who knows, maybe they find a different sword here.
Yeah, ooh, that's a Gust Jar. All the
Ooh,
Deepwood
that's
items
good.
just sitting right outside Deepwood.
Yeah. But we've seen all we need for Deepwood. Maybe
Yeah.
missing a few small keys. And with Octon Ocarina,
Yeah.
we actually do need them.
There's a mushroom. Apparently Syrup just dropped that on her way home.
Looks like it.
Oh, some deep lore in this seed today.
Very deep. I like it. It's a really good seed.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a shield right next to the
Shield.
sword. Yeah. So once Mashy picks up that Deepwood boss key, he'll be able to just get Green Shoe. No more, no
Yeah.
less.
I mean, there is the one chest on the left side.
Ah, yes.
So maybe that has something useful.
Yeah. And Trent's back.
And then obviously the vanilla key chest right in the front.
Yeah.
So that's quite a few checks, actually. And it's it would be their first element, so it would definitely be a good play.
Yeah.
Finds their own cavern, big key.
Yes. It's quick high five, but I imagine Mashy will be straight back to Deepwood after this.
Yeah, that's the
Excellent
question.
purchase.
Do they come back immediately or do they?
I say you go back for the
continue
element.
on? I would go back.
No,
but
Mashy's.
yeah, Mashy's continuing for a bit.
Yep. I mean, Trent's in a much better position to actually. The Gust Jar was in the nut location. Oh, did Trent miss White Sword? No. Trent.
Oh, Trend. Well, they're gonna see it on their way into
Yeah. That's
Deep Woods.
Boots. Goron Cave. And a third Casterkin Stone. Not that it matters until we get Red Sword. Yeah, you don't need White Sword for Green Chew.
Yeah, no.
It's
really
just.
not that important at this point.
Oh, hey, that was the thing I could have gotten. Oh well. I mean, there's totally going to be another sword on Green Chew, right? Yeah, it's just having to backtrack to it.
Yeah, it's just a small time loss, but nothing more really.
Yeah. Yeah, Trent is
I
going to
don't
head up.
I'm not even sure if it's a damage upgrade in general.
It doesn't matter for Green Chew because Green Chew is just hits.
Yeah, for Green Chew it doesn't, but like for other enemies.
In general, it's White Sword is a damage upgrade and 4 Sword is. Mashy doing boss door clip there. I think that's what that is.
I think they're heading to Octo. Yes, they're heading towards
Yeah.
Octo Rock. So glitches. That's our first glitch. So what Mashy did there is they used their lantern while opening the boss door, and that has the effect that it doesn't trigger the loading transition, so you can walk out of bounds. And using that, they were able to walk out of bounds, transition a room to the right, and then back to the left, which put them out of bounds in front of the Octorok room, where they're fighting the boss right now, and they can just walk in.
Yes.
And that makes Octorok a really fast fight. Like Temple of Droplets, Go mode in glitches is super quick.
Skip's needing Red Sword as well, so I press the levers down.
Exactly. Like, there in glitches, there's no reason to use the red sword, because even if you don't do the boss door clip, they're so easy access to this boss fight with other glitches.
And Trent also done with the Green Chew.
Trent done with Green Chew getting their first element.
Nothing on Green Chew, sadly. Just the element. Right, we'll go back in for those other 2 checks. While he's here.
Yeah, I mean they have lanterns, so it's some really fast tracks. So
Yeah.
definitely worth doing, even without being able to advance.
Yes.
Mashy getting somewhat bad luck on that
Yeah.
upper side, having 1 ink. I think it's their first ink. I can see.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Just a 1 ink. So, average.
Yeah, and I think Myth is right. That it's Bottle or Ocarina, I think, and the swords for Go mode.
No, great, I'll tell you, they're all in DHC. Or in Non-Element Palace. Well, there's a graveyard key. For in case it's on, Dampai.
Yeah, I guess they could do Mazal without, like, the normal way. By using the kinstones, but
Yeah.
who wants to use kinstones?
Nobody that's ever played Minish Cap, I'll tell you that much. Hey, we already have all 3 cast Wildskin stones.
Yeah, mashy. Trent is still missing one of them, but I
Yeah.
think he's gonna find his third one pretty soon.
It was either like here in Goldfish Caves or probably in town. No glitch from Mashy here. Wanna explain this one?
Oh yeah, Mashy is doing a lily pad clip. So basically what they're doing is they're triggering a screen transition using the Gust Jar and the lily pad, but they're facing in a direction that is not expected by the game. So they screen transition into the wrong direction, putting them out of bounds, and then they can use some out of bounds movement, for example, to access this blue warp room. And this blue warp is really nice to have in Temple of Droplets, because this blue warp is somewhat of a central location that you can use to get everywhere else in the dungeon, especially if you have the correct items. And maybe even the glitches. We don't have an ocarina, so we're not gonna... Otherwise we might see an OG right there.
Yeah.
But yeah. Also, you might remember me earlier saying that you can also use this lily pad clip to access the Octorok boss fight. So that's the alternative that you can do if you didn't do the boss door clip.
Where's Trent gonna go then? I think Trent's going to Droplets. Which will probably see the same things that Mashy did.
Yeah, that would probably work, Myth. You could use Lily Clip to access the other rupee path. I'm not 100% sure about the movement, but it should work.
And Trent.
So yeah, you can see glitches can give you a lot of access to a lot of items, which is both a good thing and a bad thing, because the randomizer does not have a glitched logic. So every item that you get with a glitch is acquired out of logic, and if you follow that path too long, that might end up you might end up missing an important item that the game expects you to have gotten before.
Yeah. And there's another ghost jar. Yep. We've got additional gust.
Would be really funny if the randomizer made it so that if you got like 2 ghost jars, when you use the ghost jar, it immediately starts in the yellow stage.
Yeah.
And if you get a third, it just starts on the high-speed red one first. That would be really funny.
No, Myth Sword does not go on A, Sword is on B.
Yes, but he is correct, Lantern goes on B. If you want to do the boss door clip, you need Lantern on B. It doesn't work if you have Lantern on A, because then using the Lantern just opens up the door. And to do the boss door clip, you have to use the Lantern first, and then while you have the animation of activating the Lantern, then you need to open the door.
Just getting these 2 checks in the back. I don't think we saw Mashy get these. I think Mashy just went straight for Octo. Which, reasonable enough. Really just want that element. Doesn't look like there's anything there anyway, so saves come in the key.
Yeah. You can skip that key with an ocarina glitch, but then again, we still haven't seen an ocarina yet.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Trent put the lantern on B now. Instantly gets it.
And they're also heading towards the Octorok.
Yep.
There's a different route that you can do with that boss door clip. Ooh, and they messed it up. They ended up a bit too high. So they have to repeat that. So yeah, but I was saying you can do a different route with the boss door clip, going to the blue warp, but you also need an ocarina to do that. Yeah, it looked like they only did 5 rolls instead of 6.
Yeah. And helpful having the input
This
viewer
looks
there.
better. Yes, that's better.
There we go.
And now they're in the boss fight.
There's going to be second out of 3 elements for Trent momentarily. Actually, also going to head up to Upper Vale and get that DHG boss key. I'll see if Myth wants to do, or sorry, Myth. It's known as Mashy. That is Mashy. They both start with M. Can you blame me?
Yeah, it's basically the same name.
I don't know, Myth. What I was trying to say is, we're going to see Mashy take on Cloudtops without cape.
Yeah.
Mashy's getting DHC boss key.
There's their DHC key.
Words are difficult. Yeah, it's going a little too fast. Can we slow it down a bit?
Yeah. That's the problem with not having a glitchless logic. Glitches aren't required, so if you don't get the glitch items, you just finish the seed without them.
Yeah, we do still need 4 sword. That can be somewhere nice.
Yeah, we haven't found a lot of swords yet.
Oh, there we go. Mashy's gone up Cloudtops. Yes, Mashy.
Yeah, they're both sitting at a green sword right now.
Yeah, and it's the same
According-
2 swords.
According to
Trent's getting
Trent's
into
figure,
ink.
he already got it. Yeah, Myth is probably right. So they're gonna spend an hour on those 2 swords.
And done with Octo. Getting the second element. Well, that ain't a sword.
No. It is a red though, so the color is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, also Myth is probably correct. These settings are really
There's a
really
ball.
often have something like that where one runner just finishes the game while the other one struggles to find their items. Go mode.
Now Krenel's all lit up.
Yeah. That's actually quite big because that could also give them access to their third element, which they also
Yes.
still need. which they also
Yes.
still need. And they have grip ring, so it's gonna be a really fast
Yeah.
Chronal. Assuming they don't have to do checks because they find swords soon, but it doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
Trent on the other side still clearing out. Temple of
Yeah, I
Drop-off
don't think we saw
checks.
the right side from Mashy.
I don't think either. Which is a valid choice, because if you find the correct items, you can check them really, really quickly.
Hopefully Trent does Blue Chew. Sword on Blue Chew, right?
Sword on Blue Chew would be good.
Yeah. Blue Chew's always fun. Todd Smallkey and Todd. That he's telling you to do Blue Chew.
Yeah. You should be fine doing it without doing any... Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a vanilla key.
Yeah, Vanilla Key as well. Trent,
They're
no!
not doing it.
Go do Blue Chew!
They might be saving the key, even though they don't have to. Because you also can use the lily pad clip that we saw earlier to access the Blue Chew fight.
Alright. Mashy done with Cloud Tops. There was a bottle
Like-
there, so...
And
Somewhat
I guess you
worthwhile.
could also use the boss door clip that we saw them use to get to Oxyrok, but... Yeah, they already scammed the key, and which
Yeah.
puts them at way enough keys.
Yep.
According to their tracker, they actually have four Temple of Droplets keys, which means that even if they hadn't scammed that key, then his own tracker says he has 4 keys. Draw for Todd.
Mashy's keeping a bottle for Chronal. Because we haven't seen another bottle yet. Yeah, you wouldn't like Chronal, would you? Yeah, Mashy's going to be heading up Chronal shortly. While Trent clears out right side. You can get 3 because you can skip a small key in Cave of Flames. I'm assuming anyway.
Yes, you can skip a small key in Cave of Flames. So...
Yeah.
Mashy definitely is only their swords missing for go mode.
Yeah.
Because they can skip a small key in Cavern of Flames, going straight to the boss fight. Ooh, there's a
That's
sword.
our red sword.
That's good to good to see.
We can actually straight up access all 4 elements now.
Yes.
Myth, just because you don't like Chronal and Cave of Flames.
I don't get it. Why would you bail there? At least go pick up the element. Just go mode Cavern if you don't want to do all the checks, but pick up the element.
Yeah, Mazel is faster.
Yes,
fair,
but
but
they do also still need 2 swords.
Checks. Yeah, checks.
Though I guess they would also get more checks if they...
Bottle locked bottle. That's good. That's what you like to see.
Yes. So what's the Deco Scrap gonna sell? Money.
310 rupees. Quick warp. We're just gonna
I
check
still
the
don't get
wall.
why you wouldn't go pick up the element, but okay.
Because this is Myth talking.
Yes, probably.
Myth's history with Cave of Flames.
But Elaine's agreeing. Like, I can understand Myth because they're Myth, but Elaine. Yeah,
I
but if
don't
you're
know.
already doing the entrance, then you can just go to. Like, just
There's
doing.
nothing wrong with Cave of
glitches.
Flames.
Just do it, especially if you have glitches. Glitches in Cavern of Flames are so awesome. I just hope they're going into Cavern of Flames because I want to talk about angle retention.
Yeah, we need something to talk about on comms. That's what Mashy's gonna give us.
Yeah. Like, the only qualification that I have to do comms is glitches. So, please do some glitches.
Okay, so there's gonna be 2 swords just sitting there in Cave of Flames. They're gonna be there. Oh, vanilla sword, one on Malari. That's what's gonna happen.
Yes, and the other one's on Gleerock.
Now blade chest, because that's an extra meme point.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be fast. But just pick it up where you go with the dungeon. We need arguments to to convince Myth that Health
right.
isn't bad.
We're not in suffering mode, we're in fast mode.
Yes, we're in Myth is wrong mode.
Alright. Trentstone with droplets.
Also, the vanilla sword just sounds awesome.
Yeah. I think the saying is do as Myth says, but not as Myth does. I think that's how it goes.
Yeah, but right now he's saying as he does, so
Yeah. It
usually
sort of falls apart.
usually that saying is correct, but not right now.
Yeah, and you reverse it for Krenel, yeah. And Cave of Flames.
I don't think any tracker supports Forecaster Wildskins though.
There's a cape. See? Conveniently placed cane.
Nice. But now they just need an ocarina to do really awesome DHC.
Now's the point where you don't leave and you keep going to get more swords
Yes.
that are gonna be here. No, swords won't be in Western Woods. Why would they ever be there?
Because we don't have an ocarina. Because if we had an ocarina, we could have gotten to Western Woods like as soon as we got it.
Yeah. There's gonna be
glitches
nothing.
are awesome.
There's gonna be nothing in Western Woods. Mind the spin attack. Also, if you don't know it's Hendrix, you need to inform.
Yes, I think Harris.
Right. Trent
At least
sticking around in
Mashy
town.
has a cape.
Mashy has 2 capes.
Two capes. So does that mean they get double the jump distance now?
I think he gives you an extra jump.
Ooh, another mid-air jump. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm currently thinking about whether that breaks anything.
It probably would. Oh,
I'm not
Glitch.
actually too sure.
it's a glitch
Like
to
it-
explain.
Yes, there's a glitch to explain. Angle retention. So basically, you do stuff with the hole. You leave the hole on a diagonal angle, and then you can pull the chest diagonally. And
You do
They
stuff
just-
with the hole.
yes. And the end result is that we overwrite the tile that has the screen transition, and we can just walk out of bounds, and now we skip the key.
Yeah. We also find a DHG small key, so we're not going to be seeing
Yeah.
a stair clip that people run about.
I mean, you don't technically need that anyways in Rando.
Myth, no. Oh, Mashy, yeah, Mashy's doing the setup. Oh. Oh, I got too close to that top right.
I mean,
Well-
in theory, if Mashy finds their swords quick, we can just stream Myth after this race. Myth versus Andros.
I mean, that's...
Mashy picking up the blue warp that I forgot last time. They probably won't need it, but it's still smart to pick it up.
Yeah.
And I still think that this is the room that Mashy is in right now is the worst room in the game.
Dark Maze.
But Dark Maze has items. This is just
Dark
slow.
Maze has blue bulldozers.
Okay, yeah, that's good. But this room, it's so slow, and you get nothing from it. Like
Yeah.
all you get from doing this is you end up in the room before again. Just now you have the minecart, and you can proceed. The minecart could have just spawned in the room before this, and they're done. But no.
Then we're going to see another glitch here from Mashy.
Yeah, Mashy is probably gonna do another angle retention here. The question is, which one do they do? They seems they're going for the simple one, so they're gonna pull this 3 times, push it over to the gate,
And then...
and
Oop.
now they're just outside the gate.
Yeah. I did see that one.
Yeah.
Done.
There's an advanced version of that where you go out of bounds at the top of the room and get on layer 2, and you can just walk straight to the boss. But they choose to do this easy version because they still want to do some checks here.
Yes. Well, we will find swords here.
Also, they do have the big key, so they don't have to skip anything.
We'll find the Jabberknout, even better.
Jabberknout.
See, this is why you go in a Cave of Flames. For the Jabberknout. It's already worth it.
Yeah. And they haven't even gotten to the element yet.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if you're right and they find a sword up there.
Just getting Simon, huh?
Simon. Ooh.
That is weird myth. That is a very weird opinion. Nut is better than winning. Mashy onto Gleerock
And
now.
another boss fight. And Mashy's gotta get their second element.
Yes. Second element, but the third we've seen on
The third total.
stream.
Ocarina on Malari would be nice too, though Ocarina doesn't really get them a lot yet at this point. It would be fast though,
Yeah.
and it would prove Myth wrong. So I'm all for it.
I mean, what we really want to see is swords, because that's what we need at this point.
Also true. But I'm thinking if they find an Ocarina, they can just flute to Minish Woods and get their third element really quickly.
Yeah.
So that would be very useful.
I've not found a bottle. They might needed that bottle from Cloudtops. That could be required going up to Cloudtops without a cape. The only bottle we've seen so far is up there. Well, one bottle. There's been a second
Yeah.
bottle locked on Greyblade.
Yes.
Out of the capes, we've just seen the two in Cave of Flames. They might have had to go Cloudtops without a cape here.
Yeah, to be able to go to Cape of Flames. So, I mean, maybe the capes on their own already proved Myth wrong.
Alright.
And if I remember correctly, that's a vanilla element here.
Oh, vanilla.
It's so boring.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Myth, you're right. Eventually, you agreed that at least checking the entrance would be a good idea. But initially, you said completely ditch the entirety of Krano, which really wouldn't have been a good idea.
Oh, just visiting Kepler's isn't a meme? Aww. Alright, Malari. Vanilla Sword. Aww.
Oh. But the color is correct again.
Yeah. Why does Myth have to be right?
I don't know. We found Cape. And I'm just holding it right there.
Blue Sword.
There's the blue sword.
Yeah, it's okay, Myth is wrong.
Yeah, I'm still holding Myth by their point. They said in the beginning of completely ditching the entirety of Krenel, so they're wrong.
Yeah.
They're so wrong.
Like, after that, I believe it was just get the wall and the entrance to Cave of Flames. And I don't think behind Malari's not yes. Stage 1, Denial. I'm sure we'll see Stage 2, Anger. There won't be two swords in Western Woods. There'll only be one, which is still enough.
I mean, even if there are two, we're probably only gonna see one of them. Because
Yeah.
come out.
So we could just say the other one doesn't exist anyway.
So ideally, Mashy now finds a quick sword and an ocarina. They don't
Yeah.
need the ocarina. They just sword from Gumwood now.
Yeah.
But if they find the ocarina, it would save a bunch of time. Not even because of glitches, but also because they can just fly to Minish Woods.
Yeah. Alright, Trent's now heading up to Cloudtop's gonna find the bottle here.
Yeah,
I think we can.
Who's rolling Myth's seed? I think I need to bribe someone. Sadly, it's not Hendros. I mean, we all know already.
There's an
that
ocarina.
There's an ocarina. That's good. That's huge. So
There's a great spin, a sword beam.
no need to use those kinstones.
Yeah.
Not even picking up all the golden kinstones in there.
Yep.
Let's just hope that those are not Cloud Top Skinstone. I mean, at least 2 of them had to be, I think.
Yeah, because we already saw one of the plentiful caster kinstones.
But there can't be anything completely required on Graggle 2. Unless Graggle 2 has
Mashy! No. Mashy, no. No, no, no. No, you don't. No. No, you walk out. You leave. You don't go. No. Ah, nothing. Always skip Percy. Always holds true.
I skipped Percy yesterday. I hope you're proud of me, Huffpuff.
I am.
Thank you. I totally only did it because I couldn't.
I don't think Trent liked that bottle. There's a Call of Metal.
There's Call of Metal.
Long span, another ball. Dog food. Fortress small. It isn't a bad habit, Myth. It's a very good habit.
I mean, Myth, don't tell Huffpuff, but I also just didn't have Lantern at the point, so...
Hey, look, so long as you don't go back when you do get Lantern, it's fine. Well, I didn't quite find a sword in Western Woods, so Myth wrong again.
True. But they still have the entirety of Caster.
Yeah. Oh yeah, keys and kinstones.
Yeah, and they didn't even pick up the Kinstones. But I think if Power Bracelets is on Graggle 2, we might have all remaining swords locked behind Power Bracelets, correct? I think there's enough chance.
We saw there was nothing
at
on
least
the cabin.
There's I missed that.
Yeah.
I don't think there's enough left.
Yeah, because it's just Doctor left and Pot Push, but that can miss gets with glitches anyway.
Yeah. And they can do that glitch. So, sadly, Graggle is proven to not be required.
Sad.
So let's see, we might see another Ocarina glitch right here.
There's a save, so it looks like it.
Oh, Nimbus is right, we can get Dr. Loft with an Ocarina glitch, too.
Alright.
There we have the Ocarina glitch going out of bounds, and they're going straight into Fortress. That's a small key, and that's the wrong direction.
Here we go. Magic.
So, let's see. Do they find a sword?
If they do, it's going to be on the
Rupees.
rupees. On the rupee path. I don't get why people don't instantly rush the rupee path. Especially when you're one from go. Like that's... like 7 checks just on the rupees alone.
Yeah, I probably would rush Mazal first.
Right, yeah, because Mashy still
So
doesn't...
this is glitches, so maybe do boss door clip, do those do the rupee path checks, and then do Mazal. But they have bows, so they're not required to do that.
There's a peril.
Nope. They don't seem to care about that though. Another Kinstone glitch. I just wish Graggle could be required, but with all those skipped Kinstones.
I think we have
It
seen
would be-
5 Clartops Kinstones at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. We've seen at least 4 kinstones that they didn't pick up. I think it might have been 5. And a maximum of 1 of those could have been.
Yeah.
We've seen 4. I think we've seen 4 kinstones. 1 of them could have been a caster.
Yeah. Sounds about right. We are seeing low chrono from Trent. We didn't see this. Oh, there's the other one.
I also don't know how many Veil Falls kinstones we have seen, so they one of those could have been a Veil.
Ah,
too.
right, yeah.
That's
It's
another
another one of
option.
those.
Maybe we could patch Rando to give them different overworld sprites. That would be interesting. Not sure if it would be a good idea. Would be an interesting idea.
I'm back in a minute.
The bomb back. Trent on the other side is doing a bunch of checks in Final. And I also think we haven't seen those checks yet. I'm not sure if Mashy did them, I don't remember. I'm really bad at remembering things. Yeah, Mashy didn't do lower Cranel, yeah, that's what I thought. They went straight to upper Cranel with their power bracelets, and then they left to do what we're seeing them do right now. Okay, let's see if Mazal holds the missing sword.
Alright. I'm back and it looks like I didn't miss a 4 sword.
No. Trent did check the lower Cranel, which Mashy didn't, but I don't seem to have found anything useful. So Trent, on the other hand, is following Myth's advice,
Oh, don't follow Myth's advice.
and they're not gonna get any cape, probably. And
Yeah.
you can see Mashy is doing another boss door clip. It's the same glitch that we already saw them do in Temple of Droplets. And yeah,
Yeah.
it's they just used it to get some out of bounds checks, get the big key chest with.
Alright. Let's see if Trent makes an incredibly huge mistake here. And the quick warp.
Oh no! Oh no! Huff's gonna die.
Right. Well. Well, they're both disqualified, so. Yeah, well, guess nobody wins today. The real winners are the people who skip Percy. As always. Are they trying to skip the... I mean, I consider checking either of them really to be checking Percy. You really want to skip both of them. Yes, exactly. Skipping Percy gets results. And Mashy about to be done with Mazal here. And that's going to be Mashy's third element. Nah, let's see. At least 2 of those are closed fusions. So, no Percy. Try again next time.
Ooh. Trent with the stage 1 OG right here. But they still can get this thing, so it doesn't matter. I guess I haven't talked much about Ocarina glitches yet, have I? So, Ocarina glitch. What you do is you trigger technically a cutscene, but we use it on stairs mainly because that way we can not have a frame perfect input at 60 FPS with like basically no indication of when to press the button. So yeah, when you do that, you get the game into an interesting state where it doesn't update the tile that Link stands on or the layer that he's on. So you can use that, for example, to do stuff like walk over walls or a bunch of other interesting things. But yeah, walking over walls or walking over water or stuff like that is the main things that you usually do that for. But we're gonna see some other useful things in DHC, maybe. And I'm gonna talk about that once we get there. But yeah, Ocarina glitch is really powerful. You can break a lot of the game with it. If we had seen a really early Ocarina, for example, you can use it to get to Western Woods from the puddle at Link's house. So
Yeah, I think we saw that yesterday.
Yeah, that's a really interesting one. So with just 2 items, you can access Western Woods already. So that's Ocarina and just some item to access the puddle. And that's really powerful because there's a lot of checks you can get there immediately. And so, for example, it also it is the glitch that allows us to skip the entirety of Golden Kinstones, with the exception of Vale Falls. We've seen both of them skip the Caster Kinstones. They both went straight into Fortress. Instead of that, they could have also just walked over the rock that the Kinstones usually break, if you do want to do Wind Ruins. So as soon as you get an Ocarina, the Caster Kinstones are completely useless. And I also already mentioned that you can use it to skip the Cloudtop Kinstones, and you do that by just walking through the guy that blocks the stairs, and you can access Palace of Winds that way. And if you do that, the only thing that still requires the Kinstones for Cloudtops is Gregal 2.
Yes.
But there's no way to actually skip the Vale Falls Kinstone. At least not if you want to enter Vale Falls. You could in theory get by never entering Vale Falls, which is what we do in the Any Person speedrun. But you can't check Vale Falls without that Kinstone. Also, yeah, Nimbus is completely correct. No way yet.
Alright. She's checking Earl Valley now. Let's see, this is the Great Fairy that always has 4 sword. At least according to some people.
Nah.
Yep, see, Mithron again. Yeah.
We have seen Myth be wrong a lot in this. Scene.
Yeah. Might be a problem though, because I kind of need Myth to win the next round, so that I might not have to go against Myth and Fire Rod.
Well, Myth's not gonna roll his own seeds, so he has a chance
Yeah.
of winning.
That was our second butterfly. We've seen butterfly somewhere.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And there's our third. That's vanilla. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know which butterfly that is in vanilla.
Yeah,
But it is a butterfly, yes. I'm not sure if vanilla also has the swim butterfly there.
yeah, that's where swim butterfly is. That's what I meant.
Yeah, I don't know the game that much.
I only know that because I was just recently like, hey, why don't I play this casually and get hundo-ish?
Yeah, I also did that, but I didn't pay attention to which butterfly it is. I just got them all and was satisfied with
you
that.
missed the fairy that always has 4 sword not having 4 sword. Also, note the third cape there. Blue sword locked, actually.
So depending on where the other swords were, then it
Yeah.
is locked behind Renal.
There's a 99 bomb bag. Because why not? Yeah, Trent also going to be getting his third element off Mazal.
Big key.
That's a big key.
Uh,
Kind of
they
already
don't
have
need
all
it.
of them. Alright, we haven't seen Cave 25 yet. We have not seen past the first room of Deepwood.
Yes, we've seen the first room.
First room, the room to the
Nothing.
left, green shoe,
Yeah,
and that's kind of it. See if it'll be in Cave 25. Yeah, I think it is important to know the settings of the seed you're going to be playing in a few minutes.
Yeah, it could be useful.
Yeah. Sandras, this is the glitches allowed round. You can do glitches.
I mean, I'm not sure if Andros can do glitches.
I just
They're
played
allowed to
at
do
some point. Yes, Andrews, you are starting quite soon, actually.
Yes. So if you want to check the settings,
45
Now
minutes
is the point.
soon. Alright. Trent getting third element. Not much from Cave 25. Perhaps Waveblade will have it.
just a Temple of Droplets key.
Yeah. Oh, you know, it'd be fun if it was on Swiftblade the First. Because Mashy is one scroll short.
That would be funny. Also, did Mashy do Wind Ruins?
Just the back of it, sort of.
Just the back. Okay, so the same stuff that Trent is doing right now.
Yes. Mashy skip beam, Mashy skip Pearl beam.
And there it is. Force sword.
Okay, one false sword is there too. How did Trent not check that? I swear Trent didn't.
I don't know
Did Trent skip
actually.
second rupee path?
Right? How did they?
'Cause
They did Dark Maze.
did
so I
Dark
assume
Maze
They checked that.
definitely had an extra key?
They had all
did-
the keys, so it's not keys. So they didn't finish Dark Maze. Well, I guess it's their own
What?
fault then that they lose.
What? Why wouldn't you? Yeah, Myth do try and win. I don't want to be up against Myth and Fire Rod. Yeah, Colonel Schneigers, Myth would have skipped a sword that was behind Malari's mines due to Krenel bad. Oh yeah, and 2 capes in Cave of Flames, but one of them was on the front rupees, which he begrudgingly would admit to checking.
Assuming he doesn't fail
Yeah.
Krenel completely. I mean, he would have gotten it way later, probably,
Oh yeah.
for not tracking Krenel unless it's the only place that they can go.
Well, just to alleviate that, you just need to instantly do Blue Chew, and then instantly go to Henry Sledge. Is that what triggers? That's what triggers it to have an important item. Essentially, can you not?
We need a version of the randomizer that randomizes the items at runtime. So it literally gives you junk items unless there's no other checks that you can get.
The last location in it all.
It's it's literally always the last location. No matter which order you check it. And then obviously don't tell the runners. That would be awesome. Maybe I need to make something.
Alright, Mashy's gonna do
Mystery
a thing
settings.
here. Yeah, just give him an async.
Ooh, async would be interesting. Or just make it like a variety weekly. That would be fun too. It would be a long seed though. Like basically forcing it to be 100%.
Alright, Mashy's doing things. You wanna explain this?
We would also need to make it open DHC. Because then people wouldn't check DHC because usually there's nothing in there. But by design, if they don't check DHC, then the stuff is in DHC and that would be fun.
What's
No
Mashy doing
limits. No limits. Every check. Including obscure spots. And golden enemies. Everything's a fair go. Yeah, Mashy's doing glitches, and now we're gonna see another thing of Ocarina glitch. Jumping over that door. The way that works is usually when you're under the door frame, you can't use the cape to jump. But as I said earlier, if you're in the Ocarina glitch state, your tile doesn't update, so the game thinks you're not under the door frame. You can jump, and if you screen transition while jumping and do some precise inputs, then you can jump over those closed doors, making Dark Hyrule Castle incredibly fast, with glitches allowed. We're getting trolled by that enemy. Oh, Elaine, I like that idea. The first copy of an item you find is always a fake. That's good. Well, Hendris, it's predictable, but if you know that it is that way, but if you think it's a normal randomizer seed, then you'd believe it's just you being plain unlucky. Maybe I shouldn't talk about this on a public restream.
Nah, it's fine. I'm sure no people that would ever intentionally make horrific seeds are listening.
Also, no one listening would think that any would ever pick a seed like that for a weekly, even if I make it.
Did Trent just see that cape and not get it?
I guess so. Who needs cape?
Oh, right, it was on the oh.
Cape was on the chest.
Okay, well that makes a little more sense. Alright. Mashy and Vita 1 going to be a breeze with Great Spin.
Yeah, I need to remember that I can use Great Spin for that.
Yeah.
I never use Great Spin for anything because I'm so used to doing any percent strats.
Yeah.
And then on Vadi 2, the any percent strats don't work because of Great Spin, so I just do a really slow Vadi 2.
I mean, there's no such thing as a good Vita 2, just a good enough Vita 2.
But there is bad Vadi 2 and there is.
Oh yeah,
bad Vadi 2. There's bad Vadi 2 and there's bad Vadi 2, but you also do slow strats.
Yeah. Well, so I mean, the best you ever get with Vita 2 is being good enough, because Vita 2 is always just evil. There we go, there's the spike attack. That's the one you hate to see. And then see Vita's just in a sea of them.
The rocks, when you have clones up, is annoying too, though.
Oh yeah.
And then the spikes covering the clone pads.
There we go. There's that electric ball. So Mashy's not doing the cool pattern where you sort of make 2 parallel sets of 2 clones. Makes it a bit easier to try and dodge around things.
Yeah, true.
Oh no, hit the spike.
But not hitting body at all still doesn't seem like.
I
Whatever.
mean, you're gonna 2-cycle it anyway, so. Well, 2-cycle the last stage, I suppose.
Yeah, 2 cycles on phase 3. Or whatever.
Oh no, again, no. She's not having a good time with Vita her.
No. Really not a good time.
When do you have a good time with Vita though? It's horrific. It's terrible, always.
Yeah.
Nobody ever has a good time, huh? Shoot most of those off to the left where it doesn't really matter. There we go. Spinning a slash.
Yeah, I always mess that up in Randomizer.
Vardy 3, which is relatively a cakewalk.
Yeah, sure.
And anything's a cakewalk compared to Vardy 2.
Yeah. Though, the last phase tends to trouble me.
Yeah, if the last phase is just like, let me just constantly throw out electric balls despite that you're standing right in front of me.
Yeah. And if he does the attack that you want, then stupid game mechanics just mess it up anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just about ending game. Mashy's just getting trolled by this arm being in the way.
Yeah.
What Mashy needs
Also,
to do there
people
was sort of
people might
lure it
know
off to the left.
I hate Vardy's arm. Vardy's arm is hell.
Yeah, it's not fun.
I mean, it doesn't even have to do anything with the speedrun or the randomizer or actually playing the game, but yeah, I decompiled that arm, and it's horrible.
Oh.
It uses the heap.
Oh, Mashy's not going for Lampless. You gotta do Lampless swag strats.
Yeah, you can also just win the race.
Who needs to win when you can do swag strats? It's all about style points.
Yeah, but skipping the swag strats and just because you know you're just gonna win the race, isn't that in itself kind of? I don't know.
I'm not convinced.
Yeah,
sure,
I
Trent.
can understand that.
Went back to that blue sword from Todd. Would then be in roll crypt to get the cape there. Full sword was
For Mashy, it was in Todd.
yeah, it was Sakura Path. So Trent's full sword is behind Malari's mines.
Yeah, behind Milara's mind.
That's GG to Mashy.
Or wherever.
So I never felt behind because
Hello.
Hello?
GG's.
Oh,
So what do you both think then?
who put why is that bottle over there?
Yeah. We did
Actually
see
plentiful.
two
Why
of
was
the
the
other
bottle up
bottles.
there, and why was the ocarina in Western?
yeah. So you are allowed to use glitches for once, and then you get an ocarina like that.
Yeah.
How did it feel to are allowed to use glitches but not have any items to do them?
It was still fine. We were able to do some good glitches. We were able to get to Octo early. We were able to do Cave of Flame stuff. So it wasn't terrible. Of course, I would have liked an ocarina earlier.
Yeah, those elements were really nice.
I mean, yeah, the elements were very nice, even though we couldn't show really the wonderful things in Palace of Winds. And yeah, like the ocarina was sadly a bit too early in my taste. Like for me, like I'm not a fan of ocarina glitches. Like OGs are very nice if you can perform them, but oh boy, if you mess them up, that's an easy soft lock.
Yeah.
Like,
So yeah,
even
I did.
without the ocarina, we were able to do a good amount of stuff. Like, I was not looking for the ocarina at all.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes, Trent's right. I didn't really mention it when I was explaining it, but ocarina glitches, it's very easy to soft lock the game if you do something wrong. So, yeah, if you're not comfortable doing it, then not hoping for an ocarina is definitely a valid strat for these settings.
Yeah.
So, does anyone have the spoiler to look up where the other
Bottles.
bottles are, where the other swords were, and where the other ocarinas?
We know 2 of the bottles were bottle locked because one was on Grey Blade and
I mean, that was a bottle lock.
Yeah.
get where the other bottle locked one was that we saw.
Where was the third one? Wasn't there one in Western Woods?
All right, so what do you want first?
Bottles.
Bottles, okay. See, right attic book.
Oh,
So that is Dr. Left.
That's yeah, okay. That needs a different item.
Bracelet's locked.
yeah.
Gray
Yeah.
Blade left, which is I think the one we saw.
Yeah, we saw that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Clouds West left, which is the one that you guys got first.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Lon Lon bottle. Nope, sorry, that was something else. Westernwood Beanstalk Rupee 12.
Yeah.
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 And then, so our power bracelets for the one on Dr. Left.
Yeah. So we saw the one in Western Woods, which was locked behind Red Sword, which, at least for our runners, was locked behind a bottle.
Yeah, I mean, you could have gone a bit out of logic in Temple of Droplets and get the red sword that way. I should have done it.
Yeah. Yeah. So Trent, why didn't you finish Dark Maze? Why didn't you get that? So
Yeah, we were.
to
we were
derp.
really wondering that.
First derp, I thought it was not right side, it was left side that axis there. Like, I don't know, mental. I flipped it in my head. Something went wrong. Second, I thought I didn't have enough health for the fire snakes because, God, do they suck?
Oh yeah, especially if you did without a cape. Those are really.
Yeah.
I think I had 4 hearts or something when I went in there.
All right, you want swords?
Sure.
Yeah.
Fountain Big.
Oh, come on!
Fountain.
Oh, of course.
See, Minish Heart Piece Bottom. I think we saw that.
Yeah, that's the one
That's
outside.
the one outside Deepwood.
Krenel Cave downstairs.
That's the one that we got Red Sword at.
Yeah, that was the
Trilby-
one outside.
Trilby Middle Fusion,
I
which is
think
the
that was
chest.
our-
That's the first one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think
Oh, yeah, that was our
the
first sword.
one,
Oh,
Yeah. Yes.
Tremolari Fusion, which I believe is the one that's outside of the mines if you go through it, right?
yeah. That's the one behind Milo's mine.
Oh, yeah, the one on the Minish Path. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you scared? Yes.
Yeah,
no, you
Wild's,
didn't get there.
Wild's top left crack.
So that's
so
bow
bow
chest?
chest
Yeah.
or the one next to it, either one.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's probably the one that Mashy got.
I
No,
got
we didn't
the
see that
Minish
one.
Path by Malari. I forgot about that.
Oh, okay. So in Wilds
Yeah.
was another one? Okay.
That's all I've got. I think that's all that was there.
There should be
Maybe I'm
3
missing something.
extra.
No, there's 2 extra.
There's 2 extra.
Yeah.
I bought.
I think that was.
The Fountain and Caster were the 2 that I
Yeah,
didn't
those
get.
are
So
two
both,
minutes,
so both also, like technically, like okay, like is everything bottle locked this seed behind this one up there? Like really?
Sure seems like
It
it.
looks like it.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those were all
Yeah.
locked. So
In a
Red Sword
plentiful
was
seed, really.
bottle locked.
So,
Now,
yeah,
where's the other ocarina?
So, really, Puddle Cave. Fortress outside bomb wall, big chest.
Okay.
Wait.
And then in
Middle-
Palace, wide gap.
Oh, good. So Palace.
So
Palace
Palace,
and
So-
Wide Gap. Wow. Okay. But
Palace and
Fortress
the other one
outside
was-
big chest. Fortress.
Oh, Mitt's chest.
Yeah, I think so.
An
It's
element?
mid chest. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's Mid's chest.
So Western Woods was Red Sword locked. We couldn't get there without
The bottle.
by doing
on
ocarina
Clown
glitch.
Tops. Wow. Like, wow. Oh.
Yeah, that was the seed.
Yeah, that was
The
that
seat was
a
pretty
sin.
open, but there's one thing.
Oh, so
Yeah,
where
pretty
were
open,
power
but no
bracelets?
actually useful items in those locations.
Hold on, let me reopen. I closed it.
Oh.
Let's see.
Also,
Palace Ruby 4.
So
Wow.
Palace rupees.
That is fun.
And
Yeah.
that was it. It's the one I see.
Oh, good.
yeah, there's only one power bracelet. The truly interesting check for any glitched seed. What's on Gregor too?
I mean, I'm pretty
Oh
sure it's
yeah, I
jump.
totally,
Oh, yeah,
I totally
'cause you
forgot
can
about that.
Get that without doing-
GREGEL. Right?
Yeah.
GREGEL.
Yeah.
Yeah, Greg AL.
Moments.
another
I mean,
check.
we didn't have these early or something, right?
Right?
we totally didn't have those right away.
Yeah.
But yeah, that check always is interesting. If that check was required, then Mashy would have had a problem with skipping all their golden kidstones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's the only check that you actually need kinstone for.
I wouldn't have done
Yeah.
wouldn't have done that either, even though I had all kinstones and 3 extra of each.
But the odds of that having the one thing that we need is so low. Especially
Yeah,
considering plentiful.
Yeah. I think we tried to, like,
Yeah.
theorycraft and we couldn't come up with
Yeah, I
anything.
was theory crafting it, and
Um,
plentiful, and also glitches.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of checks that get available through glitches.
Yeah, because you can get into Palace using Ocarina Glitch.
I mean, the way I would see is if that's Four Sword and all other swords are in Garden.
Yeah, that could have
Or
been it.
in DHC. Because they
Mm.
could be
No,
in DHC.
DHT is only 3 elements, and then if you have the Ocarina, that place is not that
But if
problematic
Four
anymore.
Sword is there, and then you have swords, you can't really get anything in DHC. Well, I guess with glitches, yeah.
Yeah,
With
with
get a
glitches,
few extra
yeah.
things.
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
If you have an Ocarina Palace DHC is pretty much busted open.
Well, not pretty much. You still need the cape.
Yeah, cape is useful, and like the back towers aren't really that accessible.
Oh, yeah, capes. Trent, you want to know where your capes were? The first big
I
chest in Cave of
heard.
Flames.
Apparently, there were 2 in Cave of Flames and 1 in Royal Crypt.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I already heard that was the first chest in Cave of
Yeah.
Flames.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I looked at the rupee path, was like, is there a sword? Is there a cape? No, okay, I'm leaving. It didn't help that there was another cane. But yeah, the Minish path to the right, I thought about it, but I haven't done the, what's it called, the beanstalk yet, so. And thanks to that very early bottle that I got. Yeah, that I felt a little bit behind, so I kind of had to like do risky maneuvers and straight up go for things.
Yeah. Also, I think one of you, I think it was Trent, went to Vale Falls once without checking cloud tops.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, Trent,
did
you were the
that-
first in Upper Vale.
How did that feel? Like when you finally did cloud tops and found that bottle.
Yeah, it feels so good that I will probably ban the seed roller for that. Like, I don't mind, but that early you get a fair fall skin stone. You get bombs in such an awkward place, of all places. Then you have an early grip ring, early lantern, early mids. Like, why? It felt so bad going up there without an ocarina.
Yeah. Also capeless required
Yes.
for cloud
Yeah,
drop.
K plus Ocarina less heart required.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a
Well,
bit
okay,
mistake.
soft required. I could have gotten the red sword other way around. I could have gotten Ocarina prior. I mean, technically speaking, with glitches and if you go out of logic, you can skip the bottle.
Yeah,
You can skip
with
all
glitches.
bottles technically.
Yeah.
Yeah, so glitches allow you to do a lot of stuff out of logic.
Kinda sad that there's not another round with glitches, to be honest.
I'm not.
Yeah, glitches is awesome. We need to do more glitches races.
I
Yeah,
honestly
I'm down
say
for
like,
more.
glitches are actually very nice, and for
Yeah.
all the people that are like saying, "Oh my god, I need to learn so many glitches," I say this right now because people will not believe it. This is the first seed I did with glitches ever. I never did any percent of Minish Cap or something. I never learned the glitches really. I watched a video prior of this race and did some of the glitches.
And when he says prior to this race, as in he was sitting in the race room before this race, watching the video.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's true there are some pretty hard glitches. There are some glitches that can have some serious consequences, like soft locking and Ocarina glitch. But and then also there's the boss door clips that are really easy, as you might have seen. And also Ocarina glitches aren't that bad. I mean, it is a frame perfect input, but you can retry it a few times. And if you, as long as you think of saving before you attempt it, then a soft lock doesn't really have that bad of a consequences.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is just save before any glitch you try and do.
Yeah.
And then that way, if something bad happens, then you can always reload. But for the most part, like most of them are pretty easy to do.
Yeah,
And like,
I would judge portal items to be the most difficult one out of them.
yeah, portal
Yeah,
items
portal items
is like, and it's borderline useful. It's only useful if you don't
yeah,
have the boss key.
in the randomizer, it's not that useful. You can use it to skip the boss door key. But especially with these settings of plentiful key sanity, that's pretty. You're not that likely to gain any big use out of portal items.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's a lot of glitches that are just like borderline useful or like barely useful at all.
But also, portal items also has in rando has the advantage of you can use remote bombs, which makes it a lot easier. If you find remote bombs, that is.
yeah.
I mean, we could
Yeah,
see
remote
more.
bombs removes a lot of the timing aspect to it, but it's still you still have to time.
Yeah. But also like if you get like the slow animation version of portal items,
Yeah, you don't
Um,
lose it. You can just
if you use remote bombs, that's still
Yeah.
a valid attempt.
I
And
mean, we could
honestly, most of the
see-
time that's the problem for me because I rush the inputs.
I never had slow animation, never. Way too often.
Yeah. So even I get them a bunch of times, and I am a 90% runner. So yeah.
Well, we could see more glitches being played in the final top 4 segment.
Ooh,
That
right.
setting's being done on as a
Though
drafting process.
it's you can ban glitches though, so I don't think.
Oh
we're gonna
yeah,
see a
of
lot
course you
them.
can.
Yeah, if the
I
opponent
think-
knows that you can do glitches, it might,
Yeah, unless
it might happen that
unless you
people.
have two people that facing each other that are good with glitches, one of the participants is gonna ban glitches. I'm pretty sure. So
Oh yeah.
it's possible, but I don't think we're gonna see a lot of it.
Yeah, I doubt
Also, glitches are only useful if the keys are really key sanity and it's not plentiful. Then portal items and other glitches become very powerful.
Yeah, like without key sanity, it's a completely different game.
Yeah, it completely changes how you route.
I mean, alone for the sake of being able to skip the kinstones is that alone is very, very strong.
Yep, being able to skip kinstones and being able to get to Western Woods early are like two of the biggest things about
Yeah,
glitches.
you wish.
No.
Yeah, but also the point without Plentiful, the fact that you need Ocarina for a lot of the glitches. Because
Yeah, you might not
Ocarina
find
glitch is just
Ocarina.
so powerful.
Yeah.
And most seeds can have Ocarina literally anywhere in the world. Glitches without Plentiful is not gonna see that many glitches, I think.
But you can still see stuff like boss door clip and like angle retention. That's about it, unless we have any last closing comments.
Yeah, it was an interesting seed to watch.
That's one way of putting it.
All right. I think I'm going to send you guys over to ZSR 3, where they are doing the Majora's Mask Randomizer weekly race. They're about an hour and 46 minutes into that, which means they probably still got about an hour left, if not a little bit more than that, depending on how bad their seed is. Today, we still have a bunch of stuff going on. And I mean a bunch of stuff going on. Let's see. We've got a Skyward Sword Randomizer. We may get run on ZSR 4 at 3 Eastern. Across Keys on ZSR at 3 Eastern. The Majora's Mask Moon Crash ADR Tournament. I have no idea what that is, but it sounds interesting because anything with the word Moon Crash in it, when I'm talking about Majora's Mask, sounds really bad. So that sounds like it should be interesting. That's going to be on ZSR 2, this channel, at 3:30. Then we've got the Any Weekly at 6 on ZSR. Zelda 2 Randomizer Tournament match on ZSR 2 at 8. Breath of the Wild Any Percent's bi-weekly race at 9 on ZSR 3. And then the big one for tonight is going to be the Wind Waker Randomizer Season 4 tournament. So the loser brackets finals game 1 between Jay Twist, I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, and Original Elijah. That's down at 10 tonight on ZSR. So that's what it's looking like today. And then we've got a whole bunch of stuff tomorrow too. So if you're looking for randomizers or Zelda content, you're going to have plenty of it. So I'm going to shout out our trackers and our comms. Henny and Huff, thank you for comming. Elaine and Nimbus, thank you both for tracking. I'm going to put their links in. It's also going to include the runners' links there too. So if you want to give the runners a follow, if you liked what they were showing you, Trent or Mashy are right there. And let's get that right over to CSR 3. Everyone have a good day.
Bye.
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 Bye, everyone.